Welcome back, everybody, to the Unbounded Artistry podcast. Hope you had a great Friday and now are enjoying a nice, relaxing Friday evening. We got some interesting topics lined up for you today. Adobe Creative Cloud is increasing pricing. Boo. We have some Teal Fish Studio updates to share. And we're going to talk about CS2. So roll that intro. All right. So first up, we have Adobe Creative Cloud is increasing their prices. We don't like this.
Nope. Not a fan.
We don't like this at all.
Not a fan.
So Adobe Creative Cloud pricing will increase starting on November 1st, 2023. Adobe cites the changes are due to the added value of Adobe Firefly, Adobe Express, the share for review feature, and Frame.io that's in Creative Cloud, Premiere Pro, and After Effects, among other features as well. So if you're not familiar, Adobe Firefly is a web app where you can use generative AI to create different outputs. And Adobe Express is for handling social media posts, videos, and I can also edit PDFs.
And then the share and review feature, that's good if you're working like on a team. You can send things to a teammate and they're able to review it. Or if you're working for a client, you can send the document to a client to review. They can leave comments even if they don't have Adobe. So it is a cool feature. I'm going to comment a little bit more on that later. And then Frame.io is kind of the same thing, but it's more for video production. So if you're working on a team, you can send humongous video files back and forth so they can be edited. You can comment directly in the videos, like what needs to be adjusted where. So they are good features, but I digress. I'm going to leave my commentary for later.
So the pricing is going to be as follows. Creative Cloud for individual single app plans now include generative credits, Adobe Express, and Adobe Firefly. Annual billed monthly pricing will increase $2 from $20.99 to $22.99 per month. People that are paying month to month will see an increase of $3 from $31.49 to $34.49 a month. And anyone paying prepaid will see an increase of $24 from $239.88 to $263.88 per year. Creative Cloud for individual all app plans now includes generative credits, Adobe Express, and Adobe Firefly. Anyone that is currently being billed monthly will see a price increase of $5 from $54.99 to $59.99. Anyone paying month to month will see an increase of $7.50. Wow.
That's ridiculous.
$82.49 to $89.99 per month. And then anyone doing prepaid will see a $60 increase. So from $659.88 to what? I think I have my number wrong. It's gotta be, that's not right.
Did you reverse it? You should probably double check it.
Yeah, I think I reversed my number, but I copied it from their site. Please hold.
Memento.
Do they have it wrong on their site? Oh, they do have it wrong on their site. But okay, I did not. I thought I put this in our document wrong. But no, they messed up. So on their website, it says price will increase $60 from $659.88 to $599.88 per year, which is actually a decrease. So that's wrong. That's on them.
Good job, Adobe. Somebody did not use the share and review feature for this update.
Ouch. So technically, what's supposed to be there for the annual prepaid plan, you will see an increase of $60 from $599.88 to $659.88.
That's so stupid.
Yeah. That's
I'm
crazy.
so frustrated with this. I'm pissed.
There are some plans that aren't affected, so all of full details can be found on Adobe's site.
It's probably the individual plans, like if you only have Photoshop or you only have Lightroom or something like that, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I guess the biggest thing is that on this one, you could just buy and own the whole Creative Cloud suite for many years without having to pay any additional fees.
And it was not that expensive.
I mean, it
was. Okay, it was.
It was spread over multiple years, because if you went 4 or 5 years without buying a new one.
Yeah. And we talked about this not too long ago, but they removed a feature. And we even said during that podcast, I was like, watch them increase the pricing.
And they did.
And the reasoning behind the price increase is BS, because Adobe Express is already included. Share and review is already included. Adobe Firefly was allowed to be used for beta, so people already had access to that as well. The only thing was the how do you say the word? Generative credits, which is not actually including Firefly, because then you're still paying on top of the plan for the credits to be able to use it.
I think they give you a certain amount. I don't know how much. I didn't really look into the credits because I don't really think we'll use them ourselves. But we can dig into that.
That's ridiculous.
Another podcast.
The stuff that they're saying is an additional benefit is stuff that was already included. Frame.io already included, I'm pretty sure. Wait, hold on. So what are they including? Let me just double check before I...
Yeah. Firefly, Express, the Share for Review, Frame.io, and then a bunch of other miscellaneous features.
Yeah, so those were all already included. Firefly was in beta, but it was basically already included as long as you opted into the beta. Frame.io is included, but I think you can upgrade to an additional plan, or you have to pay for it separately. So that might be the only maybe benefit. But if you don't use that feature, then what the hell's the point?
Yeah,
but all of these other things were already in there. There's nothing additional.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say is like, I think the majority of people using Creative Cloud aren't really going to benefit from Frame.io.
I mean, it depends on like if they're working on like only like really big companies. Probably.
That's what I'm saying. I think the majority of people really aren't going to benefit from that.
I don't know. I'm really frustrated because this is ridiculous. Like, they're not additional features. They're not. They were already there. They were already being used.
Welcome to the subscription lifestyle.
That's so frustrating because, like we said, you're locked into this ecosystem.
I mean, everything everywhere now is a subscription.
This is so stupid. I'm so irritated.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That is a lot of money.
It's
already extremely expensive.
I know. I don't see any way of us getting out of like the subscription-based anything. Like, I don't see that ever becoming a thing again.
I mean,
it
depends on the company, because I was telling you about this the other day. So Adobe, one of their apps is Fresco, which is like a drawing app. And I was really excited to use it at first until I found Procreate. And now I use Procreate. I actually prefer it to using any of the Adobe stuff. It just works better, first of all.
I like Procreate.
And it's really user-friendly. It was only like $5 or something to buy, and you just buy it and you're done. You don't have to pay a subscription. You have all these features included. They'll still update it. And it's great. They just are going to be coming out with something new. What is it called? Procreate Dream or something like that, I think it's called.
What's that?
And it's going to be for animation. So if you want to do 2D animation, they're making a new app. And I believe it's $20, but it's a one-time payment and you own it. And I'm like, this is what we need. This is what it used to be. Like, make something for artists to be able to make their art and make their designs or whatever they need to do, and not have to continue to pay month to month or out their like ass every year for this stuff. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, if you want to upgrade, that's one thing, but if you don't want to upgrade, if you want to just use what you have for a couple of years or whatever and then upgrade to the next feature, that should still be an option.
Yeah.
I'm
but
so frustrated by this.
There's only a small handful of companies that are like that, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, in general,
for
because
these-
it's a money grab
Yeah,
for everybody.
for these companies that are already on a subscription-based, I guess, billing cycle, they're never going to change it.
I'm so heated right now. I'm probably a little too angry for,
Well, the thing is it's
but I'm pissed.
it's that model just keeps expanding because it's so successful. Mm-hmm. And there's no stopping it. Like, everything is going to be subscription-based. I keep joking around with Rose about, like, pretty soon they're going to start charging you for air, and you know what? They probably will.
They probably will. I mean, they do have like the air purifier machine things that are on a subscription.
What are those?
Like the things you put in your house to purify your air. There's ones that are like smart ones, and they are subscription based.
I didn't know that. But yeah, it's just expanded so fast into so many different things, and I think it's just going to keep ramping up.
They just nickel and dime you for every little thing, and you can't get away from it.
No.
And we try to. We don't have subscription-based services except for stuff for the business that we need. We don't do Netflix. We don't do
like Spotify or
yeah, we don't
Hulu
do any
or
of that stuff.
Any of those things.
Crazy. Because like if I'm gonna spend my money, I'm gonna spend it where like I'm actually feeling like I'm getting like a value or something, you know?
We're trying to keep everything as dumb as possible.
Yeah.
For multiple reasons.
This is so frustrating. And just like the reasoning, like, oh, because of the added value. What added value? You literally already have those included in your plans.
But now they can say that it's an added value.
It's not. It is literally not. It's already there.
Shh, nobody else saw it.
Ah, so mad. I'm so mad.
Yeah.
Ugh, so
Also,
frustrating.
I feel like they're using this as like, oh yeah, here we did all these things and this is why. But in reality, the next one probably is just going to be like, we're just raising the prices.
I mean, and you know, it's weird that they're doing it in November, because usually in November they'll do like a Black Friday, whatever, and like they'll do like a little bit of a sale. Like you can get like a little bit of a discount if you get Adobe during that time. So now that it's going into effect on the 1st, what is it going to be like? Oh, if you buy it during Black Friday, it'll be the price that it currently is.
Deal.
Like for another year. I don't know. Ugh, that's just so annoying. I'm so frustrated.
But yeah, Adobe being a company, a corporation.
I love Adobe. Don't get me wrong. I love Adobe. I love their programs. I love working in their programs. But I am so sick of paying these ridiculous prices that just keep going up and up and up and up. And I just want to go back to the days where you could just buy it and have it for a couple of years.
Or let you configure things in a way that actually is as cost effective.
Yeah. Like they have like you can buy the individual plans, or they'll have like a photographer's package or whatever where it's like, I think Photoshop and Lightroom or something. But like you should just be able to combine the apps that you want to use. And I don't know, like they should just give you a little bit more flexibility. The way they have it now, we have to basically buy the all apps bundle because we use practically all of them, but there are some that we don't.
Yeah, so we should technically be able to save some money if we don't use all of the apps.
Yeah. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Just have to suck it up. Just suck it up and have to pay for it.
I mean, yep.
Otherwise, you're basically having to Frankenstein together different programs that could potentially go to the subscription-based model anyway. So is it worth it? Probably not.
And relearning all the like key commands and hotkeys and everything. And
all of our working files are in Adobe. Like if you ever wanted to go back and modify a design or something like that, like it's just
just the amount of
simplifies your
time that we
work.
spent in the programs to reduce like our workflow like time. It doesn't make sense to even try to.
Yeah. I was at one point looking at DaVinci Resolve, but then I was like, but then if I want to go back and make modifications to other videos or pull content from other videos or something like that, it's just not going to work the same. It's just, it doesn't feel worth it to me. Because then the thing is like, okay, that takes care of maybe like one thing like for video editing, but we still need it for everything else that we do. Yeah.
Next up, we have Koi Coins.
Yay!
If you have any questions or want to share any thoughts on a topic that we are talking about on Twitch, you can use these channel point redemptions that cost 15 coins. And it will highlight your message in chat, and we may respond to it or answer it live on the stream. These are free to earn. It's just time spent in the chat just participating and no cost to you.
Just hanging out.
Yeah.
Just hanging out. All right. Now for some Teal Fish Studio updates.
Yeah.
So we're just going to talk about some things that we've been up to. So this past weekend, we went out and we completed the iBird New York Challenge.
Yes.
It was pretty fun. So we set out to try for 20 different bird species. Didn't happen. We ended up finishing off with 10, but we did find 2 brand new species we haven't seen before, and we might be able to find 20 if the weather was better, but it was kind of raining, like a drizzle outside.
Yeah.
And we were getting worried about our camera gear because it's not weather sealed. So there'll be a video of that coming up soon.
Yeah, it was crazy because neither one of us have really been out in those conditions before.
I've always wanted to. Like I've said it a couple of times. I'm like, we need to go out like when it's not like ideal weather, because Brandon's always like, well, I gotta check the weather before we go, and I'm like, I think we just need to go. Sometimes we just need to go when the weather's not great.
None of our camera gear is weather sealed though, so it makes me really worried because if moisture gets in, it could be like game over.
Yeah, we do have to be careful with that, but it was a very light drizzle, but we were out there for hours.
Like a mist.
Yeah. It was really fun, though. It was really cool.
It was.
It was really fun, really cool conditions.
The birds were pretty active.
Very active, yeah. And it just was kind of a dreary day, though, so it was hard to get some, like, good lighting with some of the shots. A lot of it was, like, silhouette and stuff like that.
It was tough, but we completed the challenge.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted to do.
Yeah. And we found two new species, so that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. So look out for that video, because that should be coming up. And yeah, it was really, really fun. I enjoyed it.
We'll have to see if they have another one next year. And we'll try to do even better.
Yeah.
We'll go for the 20 for sure.
Yeah. In other news, I am currently reworking our Etsy shop. So Etsy has been making some updates to their platform, which is good. I just kind of wish they gave people a heads up. We just noticed the one day that our thumbnails for our items were like cropped and they looked really weird. And we had little tags in our images that were saying like if this was a print or if this was a digital item to make it really clear for customers. And they were all cut off.
Yeah, which is not good because we want people to quickly identify which ones are either a physical or just a digital download.
Yeah, so that was kind of annoying.
Yeah.
So we kind of actually took it as an opportunity because we wanted to look at putting new items in the shop anyway and expand what we offer in our shop. Right now, we just have photography. No. Actually,
more on that in a minute.
But at the time, we were just offering photography. So we wanted to expand it to some other types of offerings that we have. And we were thinking about how we could brand our thumbnails to kind of match the design of our shop, and redid our banner and just kind of update all of our branding, really. So it actually worked out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how they look now. We have kind of more of like a hand-drawn frames and stuff like that. So it just looks a little bit more our style.
It also stands out a little bit more from the competition too.
Yeah. Everybody kind of has the same looking.
Yeah, like frames or kind of just thumbnail in general. A lot of it just starts to look very similar.
Yeah. So it just goes with our brand a little bit more, makes us stand out a little bit more. So that's good. It actually works really well with the photography, but then it'll really like work well with the other things that we're doing. So the newest item in our shop is one of my little illustrations that I made. It's a little cute ghost, and it has a little saying on there that says, "Am I boo-tiful?"
Oh, it's so cute.
It's so cute.
It is so cute.
It's the first illustration we put in the shop, and I figured we were going to start doing some other different types of like fillable documents and all that kind of thing. But then I made one, and then I was like, actually, you know, like Halloween season's coming up. Maybe I work on something more related to that instead. So I ended up making this little illustration, and I think I'm going to do like a little series. So I think I'm going to do like a little bat, maybe a little pumpkin, and make like a little series set or something of these. They're available right now as a digital download, and you can also get it as a physical print if you wanted. So that's available in the shop right now, just a little ghosty, but the other ones are coming up. So I'm excited that we're starting to expand what we offer, and we're trying to be a little bit more on track with the season changes and stuff like that, so we can offer things that could be used for decor during that time or for gifts and all of that kind of stuff. So
yeah, we're usually a little late. But we're trying to get better.
We're trying to get better at that. So if you're looking for some new photos or for prints, or even some new threads, go to tealfishstudio.com/shop. Look at this little guy.
I don't know if they can
if
see.
You're watching, you could see Brandon's shirt. He has Cthulhu on his shirt. This is an original design. It's a cat, octopus, dragon
creature.
And it's super cute, and it works beautifully for Halloween.
Mm-hmm. That's why I made it.
So if you're interested in that, if you go to tealfishstudio.com/shop, you'll get links.
tealfishstudio.com/shop.
Sorry. You'll have links to our Etsy shop and also to our Threadless shop. And we have our photography, our designs, and you can get something from your favorite artistic couple there.
Yes.
Yay.
Then we're going to end on a fun topic.
Yay.
One that I'm actually pretty excited about. Counter-Strike 2.
Mm-hmm.
So Valve just released Counter-Strike 2 on Wednesday, September 27th, 2023. This is the sequel to Counter-Strike Go. It is a free-to-play game that uses the Source 2 engine to deliver a heavily upgraded graphics, physics, and audio experience that brings Counter-Strike to the modern era once again. I got to play on Wednesday on release day, and there's a couple of things where it seemed like maybe the servers were getting a little kind of overwhelmed and a little bit of server lag, but it could have been my settings too. So I have to probably hop in a few more rounds to give a better idea of how I feel. But as of right now, I feel pretty positive. Yeah.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, it's got a really nice coat of paint on it.
Yeah.
I really like the smokes. The smokes are crazy.
It looks really, really nice.
I
was impressed.
They're very volumetric now. When you fire a bullet through the fog, it can actually create like a hole. And you can see through it. It's crazy. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's very visually nice to look at. And the maps are pretty cool.
Yeah. It's got, I think it's missing a couple, but I think they're going to be working on them from CSGO. There's a few that are missing, but I think they got those in the works. I'm pretty sure. So I actually started my Counter-Strike journey all the way back on Counter-Strike 1.6. So this is like years and years and years ago. Then I think I got upgraded to CS Source, and then finally went to CSGO, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's just been a long time that I've played this game. It's crazy that it's actually still around and it's still like super popular.
It's nice that they can refresh it, but still keep it basically the same game.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah. Like, it's one of those games that you can hop in and have fun. But if you want to get better, there's a really high skill like ceiling, so you can really excel if you put in the time. But
Yeah.
it can get very difficult.
Yeah.
I don't really do competitive matches. I just kind of hop in just casual because I don't have time to be competitive.
I enjoy playing it, but I'm not great at it, and then other players sometimes will get a little toxic and try to kick me, and then I'm like, man, I don't want to play anymore.
CS people can be a little much.
But
yeah.
Still pretty cool.
Yeah, a couple other things I kind of noticed too, just for my initial playthrough, is the movement itself feels like your character is a lot heavier. So the movements aren't, I'm trying to figure out the best way to phrase it, but they're maybe not as quick as CSGO. It's a little bit more maybe floaty. I don't know if that's the correct word, but overall the movement feels heavier. And also you have legs now. I don't know how I feel about that. When you look down, you can see your legs, and I don't know why they added that.
Make it more realistic.
It is really jarring, I guess is the best word. Because you never used to have legs, and then all of a sudden you have legs now.
Yeah.
The other thing that I've noticed an improvement on is the hit registration. It feels a lot better.
Do you like that the characters feel heavier, or do you not like that? Like, what's your opinion on it?
I'm not super like hardcore into CSGO, so I don't mind it. It took me a few matches to get used to it, and now it's just like, okay, this is just Counter-Strike now.
Yeah.
But I'm sure some people are gonna probably oppose it a lot more.
Yeah.
But I think they did it for a reason. I don't know what the reason is, but I'm sure they have a reason.
You were telling me you were watching a bigger streamer that was playing it, and they were getting destroyed.
Oh, Shroud. Yeah. Yeah, there was a couple of rounds where he was just getting picked off, like, left and right, but...
He's probably, like, so used to...
That's what I was saying, is when you're that high of a skill level player, any little change is probably going to throw off your muscle memory a lot, because they just have that built up to a level that most people can't.
Yeah.
So when there's like subtle changes, that really messes with them. But I'm sure he'll be fine in probably a week.
Yeah.
It's
just an adjustment
period.
It's
just a little adjustment. I mean, probably less than that because it's Shroud. So Hawkins says, give them time and they'll find a way to make it subscription based too. No, I don't think so.
No, don't put that out into the universe.
No, if they were going to do it, they would have done it a long time ago. They just have their loot boxes. And I guess that supplies all the monies they need. I think they do have a Prime thing that you can buy, unlock certain things. I think I got grandfathered into it because I've just been playing CSGO for so long, or just CS in general.
I've technically been playing a long time too. You just take all of my stuff.
Huh? Shh, they don't need to know that. I take all their skins and like...
He's like, yeah, you want to trade this with me? Okay, great. And then he just like takes my stuff that I have and then
sells it. Yeah. That's the other cool thing about CSGO is I like the skins. They're so cool. Like the people that make them make really good skins.
Yeah, you can like design them.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking of maybe trying at some point.
I think it would be fun to try.
See what happens.
Yeah.
I just don't know when that would be.
Could be a fun little test project.
My current quest is to collect animal-related skins. That's what most of mine are. I picked up a Kraken, I think it's a sawed-off today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was in the market, and I was like, I got $10 in my Steam wallet. I was like, eh. The nice thing about skins, too, is you can just resell them at some point, and they all seem to be going up right now in value. But I'm not a financial advisor, so don't listen to me.
This is not financial advice.
Yeah, all the skins that I picked up earlier in the year, though, are more than what I paid for, so they seem to be moving in the right direction. I'm not looking to make money off of them, but I just like them in general to just add a little bit of pizzazz. Oh, pizzazz.
A little pizzazz.
Pizzazz. I don't know what that means, but yeah.
I don't know what that means either.
I don't know. My brain always scrambled. So thanks for hanging out while we struggled through another podcast. Yeah. If you are watching on YouTube, you can always listen on Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, Audible, Google Podcasts, and Spotify. If you are listening, you can always watch the video on youtube.com/Teal Fish Studio or catch us live on Twitch every Friday evening at twitch.tv/Teal Fish Studio.
And until next time, may your artistry always be unbounded. Bye!
Bye.